Hello, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, maybe even good evening from wherever you're joining us from today. We have folks from more than 50 different countries joining us. So, again, welcome to everyone. We're super excited that you're here with us today. So, my name is Erin. I'm a program manager at Google Cloud, and I'm really excited to be here with you all today hosting the session. So today's session, hopefully you all know, is about models and the agent engine. So how to choose and use the right AI power for your agents. We have two wonderful speakers, Ashish and Sho, who will talk about how to unlock the potential of your intelligent agents by learning how to select the right models based on your startup and your specific needs. Before we get into the content and before I bring the speakers on, I'm going to run through a few reminders, a few housekeeping items. We know there's some new folks, some returning folks, so bear with me just a few minutes of your time before we get to the good stuff. All right, so before we jump into today's session, I just wanted to show you all where we're at in the overall curriculum for Startup School. So if you haven't heard for some reason by now, we have week 0 sessions available on demand. This is all about building your first AI agents on Google Cloud specifically. So it's an essential starter session for both startups and developers. If you think this could be helpful for you, take a look. Hopefully it is. Week 1 was last week. You learned about why now is the time to build intelligent agents, and we've started kind of tapping into the how. And that brings us to week 2, which is obviously this week. So you're going to learn more about the agent engine and its overall potential. And then week 3, we actually have 3 sessions next week instead of 2. So we'll deep dive into building and deploying your first agent or agents. And then we'll also talk about LLM applications with our awesome program partner, Datadog. So that is can't miss a week and session for sure. All right. Like I said, I know there's some new folks here, so just going to go through a little bit of the program structure, mainly as a refresh and as a reminder. So live sessions are each Tuesday and Thursday at the same time each week. Hopefully you all know that. You're all here attending the live session. As a reminder, all of our sessions are available on demand after the live session wraps. So you can go to our main landing page to view these. This allows you to really take your time, rewatch, refresh anything you may have missed or just need kind of a refresher on. Again, these are available a few hours after the live session wrap. So if you don't see it on the landing page, go back maybe an hour or two later, refresh, it should be there. Now, the other component of our program is very important. So we have Cloud Skills Boost labs and notebooks that our speakers and experts recommend to give you access to try the different technologies and solutions that we're discussing and reviewing for free. Cloud Skills Boost allows you to practice with guidance. The link provided, the one in number 2 with the full list, has the full list of recommended labs and notebooks to check out. I do just want to call out, we know that some folks have been having issues accessing a few of the labs. Some of them were down for scheduled maintenance, unbeknownst to our team, so we do apologize for any inconvenience. If you want to check back and see if those work now, refresh, try again in a day or two. They should all be working soon, if not today. Again, we apologize for the inconvenience, but hopefully you get those all working. One just kind of note of comfort, your credits that you have via Skills Boost are good for a few months, so you won't run out of the credits even if a lab isn't accessible today or within the next few days for some reason. Last but not least, you do have the ability to earn some skills badges when you complete some of the labs. So for anyone who's competitive out there and is looking for a skills badge, you may be able to win some. All right, I'm going to just double click a little bit on Skills Boost. So to be able to access the recommended labs free of charge, you do need to fuel your account with credits on the platform. So all of this information was provided either in a reminder email or confirmation email that you all received. As a reminder, if you haven't seen it, please do check your spam or junk folders. The emails come from googlecloud@google.com if that's helpful. But if for some reason you can't find it, scan the QR code or visit the link that we have up on the screen screen, follow the instructions. And if for some reason you still run into issues, you can always send us an email at startupschool-external@google.com. We're here to help you. So again, follow the instructions. You'll fill in your details, verify your email, and then very important last step that a few folks will forget, you do have to finish the intro lab, which is titled A Tour of Google Cloud Hands-on Labs. And you do need to spend at least 6 minutes to get those credits into your account and added to your account. All right. Last but not least, in terms of housekeeping, these are a few kind of important and final just points that I think will help make the most out of your time here in today's session. So as you can see on your screen now, there is a chat function on the far right-hand side. There is also a Q&A panel at the bottom of the screen. So if you scroll down below the video, you will see it. We have amazing Google AI experts on hand. They are there to answer any questions that come up throughout the live class. So please do ask your questions in either of those spaces. We do save the last 10 minutes of class for live Q&A with our instructors. We do select the most commonly asked questions, especially those relating directly to the content that's covered today. You do have the ability to upvote questions in the Q&A panel. So we do suggest that you do that so that we can see if there's a lot of interest in a particular topic or question. And then use the chat space to converse with other participants and attendees. Hopefully that's helpful and fun. Already mentioned this, but we are recording each class. You'll be able to watch everything back on demand at a later stage. You can access these recordings via the main landing page as mentioned. One other thing to note, we will also share the link to the landing page and recordings in our weekly recap emails, which go out on Fridays after all the sessions wrap for the week. Quick reminder, we do not share slides. Sorry, but we don't. Instead, we share the links to the labs covered in class. We share those in the chat space and also the Q&A panel. And then you will also get them in your weekly recap emails. So plenty of places for you to find them. If neither of those work for you, you can finally find the list on the resources tab on our main landing page. Last but not least, perhaps most important, this is a hands-on training series. Most classes do cover a lab or demos. All of the labs are available on Cloud Skills Boost platform or via our Google Cloud GitHub repository. Again, we share all these links with you to access both of these things. So during class, we really strongly recommend using the time to watch our experts and instructors going through the lab or demo and then completing it yourself on your own time after the session. Again, the credits that we provide for Cloud Skills Boost last you throughout the program and beyond, so you have plenty of time to do this. All right, thank you for your patience. That is it from me for now. I'm so excited to invite our speakers today, Ashish and Sho, to our virtual stage. I will see you all a little bit later for the Q&A section. Bye.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. We are excited to guide you through models as the reasoning engine. It is crucial to think about the model that you need to use to power your agent. I will start by introducing myself, and then I will give it to Ashish as well. So my name is Shuaib Namri, and you can call me Cho. I am a generative AI black belt within Google. I belong to an organization called Applied AI Engineering. We are an organization that helps our most strategic customers operationalize and get the most value out of DeepMind innovations. We are very connected to DeepMind and to Cloud AI, and I am really excited to share my passion for AI and agentic AI in particular with you today. Ashish, please.
Thank you, Shoaib. Hello, everyone. This is Ashish. I am a customer engineer specialized in AI ML, currently working from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I have experience in language and vision, currently working with Google Cloud startups ecosystem and helping them with generative AI and AI in particular. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Ashish. So let's get started. So this is the title of our presentation. Models are the reasoning engine, and we need to think strategically about choosing and using the right AI power horse in order to power your agentic solution. So this presentation will be addressing 3 points in addition to the Q&A sections at the end. We will be discussing the principle of model selection. We will dive deeper in that regard, and then we will also discuss more advanced topics, including customizing the model and or the knowledge of the model, and additional features such as the availability or not of thinking, edge deployability, whether you are targeting to deploy your agentic application to mobile. So we will dive deeper into those, and then we will end up providing you with a hands-on demonstration so that you can get a feel of what is this looking like. So let's start by the principles of model selection. I wanted here to get some insight and like put the frame of like why Google. Like Google is very well positioned to be a leader into the AI and agentic AI ecosystem because it has a rich history of open source and proprietary innovation across search, hardware, data, algorithms, and models. It started with TensorFlow, along like with AlphaGo, BERT, AlphaZero, etc. And now we have like the newest Gemini family of models. Google scientists and personnel have been granted Nobel Prize in chemistry and in physics in 2024. That is a testimony of the quality of the innovation and the research that Google is contributing to. Um, so AI is in our DNA because Google is uniquely positioned in the world of AI. We have been working on bringing AI to production since our inception. It started with industry-defining research. In fact, the original Transformer paper, which is the foundation for the LLMs taking the world by storm today, came from Google research. We then channeled that research into cutting-edge models such as Gemini, BERT, Palm 2, and many more. But it's not only about the models. It is also about embracing an ecosystem of open frameworks, open source, and Google is a great partner and contributor here as we contribute our learnings back to the open source community. Models by themselves are not enough. You need to know how to scale them in production applications. And we have a unique experience running multiple apps that serve multiple billions of users, such as search, YouTube, and Gmail. And to do this, you need to be building on top of the best infrastructure. You can think of this as a virtuous loop or a flywheel, if you will, and you can channel our deep AI expertise to activate your own AI flywheel. Here, I wanted to showcase like the our unified and open technology stack that will be meeting the needs of startup and enterprise customers alike. So building on this rich history of innovation and virtuous flywheel, we at Google are focused our innovation on providing a fully integrated and open technology stack that is empowering organizations to bring Gen AI to real world experiences quickly, efficiently, and also responsibly. Let's break down the components of our powerful stack that you can use to build your agents. We have Vertex AI, the platform that provides the tools and infrastructure for building, deploying, and managing models, both predictive and generative, as well as agents. Underneath it, we have our Gemini models, generative media models such as Imagine, Veo, and other models from our partners and the open community. And we will be diving deeper into that later. And finally, the foundation, which is our infrastructure on which everything is running. AI hypercomputer, which provides the power and scalability needed to train and serve all of these AI use cases at scale. On the top of this stack, you have pre-built Google agents and custom built customer agents. In particular, I want to do a highlight on our recently announced Google Agent Space. Agent Space combines the best of search and AI agents across all enterprise data sources, regardless of whether they are hosted, to make employees highly productive in accomplishing complex tasks that require planning, research, content generation, and actions. And all of these layers are integrated with our data analytics services, which you will hear more about. All right, so Model Garden. This is part of the Vertex AI offering. As you know, no one model is perfect for every use. So you need to make a choice. And in the next slide, exactly, I will be providing a framework that you can follow to make that choice. So throughout Model Garden, you have like more than 200 or 200 plus models from Google in the industry. You get access to our flagship Gemini Imagine models, embedding models from Google, and then managed models from leading providers such as Anthropic, Meta, Mistral, and more. And if you want to self-host open source models, you can do that as well using models of your choosing. And by the way, the demo that we are going to show later is going to shed the light on Model Garden as well. So let's present this as a decision tree. Yeah. So the first question as an AI engineer or as a startup builder, an AI first startup builder, when you are trying to think about your agent, like what model should I choose? So one of the fundamental questions that you can have is, uh, do I want to have like full control over open weights, or do I want to have best in class API? So let's say, for example, to just detail this decision tree, that you want full control and open weights. So then we will be talking about the Gemma family. For those who are not familiar, Gemma family is a family of open weight models that are available, that you can use to build your agentic AI solution for your startup. And these models are open weight, and that they could be used as is or fine tuned, etc. So if we are in the Gemma family, one question that you could ask to yourself, what is my target hardware? Am I deploying this to the cloud? Am I deploying this to like a private or public cloud, or am I deploying this to a resource constrained device such as a mobile phone? If that is the case, then Gemma 3N is the right answer for that, because it is optimized for on-device tasks and for mobile and for edge AI as well. If we are not resource constrained, one legitimate question that you could ask is like, do I need to build my solution for a highly specialized task? If no, then Gemma 3, which is our flagship open model, that comes in different shapes and weights, let's say from 1 billion parameters to 27 billion parameters, is the way to go. It has been trained with agentic capabilities in mind, reasoning, planning, function calling, etc. And then if the task is specialized, we have different variations of Gemma, such as Med Gemma, which is a variation optimized for medical tests and image comprehension. TX Gemma is another collection of open models designed to improve the efficiency of therapeutic development. If you are working about the safety of content that is generated by AI, then Shield Gemma is the answer. And by the way, believe me or not, we have even a Gemma variation that is designed to understand dolphins, what they try to, how do they communicate, and hopefully how do they, and what they are trying to say as well. So if your startup is about like communicating with dolphins, we have even a variation for that as well. So This is the left path of our tree. Then if we go to the other path, which is best in class APIs, then we have the Gemini family, where we will be diving deeper later. So if I need the absolute best reasoning and multi-model analysis, then our flagship model is going to be Gemini 0.5 Pro. This is our most advanced state-of-the-art reasoning model, capable of solving very, very, very complex problems. If we need to be caring about, if we need to be having a trade-off between, let's say, price and performance, then Gemini 2.5 Flash is the answer. This is our best model in terms of price and performance. If latency is now a priority, then Gemini 2.0 Flash-Lite is very well positioned to help you in that regard, because this is our fastest and most cost efficient model. By the way, today a preview version of 2.5 Flash-Lite has seen the day. It is, let's say, a lighter version, like compared to Gemini 2.5 Flash. And in addition to that, it has also the possibility to enable or disable thinking, and we will be discussing thinking models later, so bear with me. In addition to the text modality, there is the possibility on your end to generate maybe media. And with Google models, you are very well covered in that regard, because we cover all the different media modalities. Veo 3 is our state-of-the-art video generation model. I think you must have heard about it, because a lot of viral videos are being generated through that model today. And it does not only generate videos, but also generates the audio with the speech that is synced with the lip movement, with After Effects, with voice effects. For example, if you are like, if the video is about like a fruit being cut through a knife, then that audio is embedded within the video. Imagen 4 is our state-of-the-art image generation model that could be also useful for your agentic application. And bear with me later, because I have a demo for you on how to be leveraging our generative media models in order to have an agentic application that could generate compelling media and videos. Lyria 2, and we will dive deeper into this later. This is our flagship text to music model. And finally, Chirp 3 is a model that a set of HD voices. It has also voice cloning, like with 10 seconds of audio, you can clone your own voice, and then it has like extremely high quality transcription. If you need to customize the knowledge of your model, and my colleague Ashish is going to dive deeper into that later, you have two ways. So one way is to use RAG. So RAG is about injecting knowledge, such as real-time data or product manuals, etc., to your agentic solution. It's a matter of decoupling the model knowledge from the constantly evolving knowledge of your proprietary data. Or you have also the possibility to fine tune the model when injecting knowledge is not enough, and when you need to teach a new skill or a style to your agent, such as, for example, tuning it to embrace a particular specific brand voice. So this is the, let's say, high-level decision tree of how you should be approaching this. But no one said that you should only stick to one actual model, because agentic applications today, they have they could be multi-agent. You can have like an orchestration agent that is delegating stuff to different agents. Each agent will be working on its task on its own, and then there will be like another agent that will be compiling the different outputs into, for example, or final report or whatever. So if your solution is multi-agentic, then you could have a combination of those models, obviously. And I here wanted to show you how to solve the quality latency trade-off. And I wanted to position a very interesting innovation from Google DeepMind, which uses a combination of Gemini Flash and Gemini Pro models in order to have like a very, very big innovation. So it's about Alpha Evolve. So Alpha Evolve, for those who did not hear about it, it has been recently announced by Google DeepMind. This is a coding agent for scientific and algorithmic discovery. So there is a white paper about Alpha Evolve. Feel free to Google it and download it in order to learn more about this groundbreaking innovation. So, by the way, it's not only about research, because this agent is really delivering real value. It has been successfully applied to optimizing critical components of large scale computational stacks at Google, leading to tangible improvement in our data centers, hardware accelerators, and the very LLM underpinning Alpha Evolve itself. Importantly, these highlights are deployed applications with demonstrable impact, not just prototypes. Alpha Evolve is pushing scientific boundaries, discovering novel, provably correct algorithms that surpass state-of-the-art solutions. It found multiple new algorithms to multiply matrices, and notably the first improvement after 56 years. No other researcher has been able to bring an innovation to that algorithm. So Alpha Evolve has been able to build on top of human knowledge and innovate after 56 years that algorithms. And that algorithm was on the procedure of multiplying two 4 by 4 complex valued matrices, which can be applied recursively to multiply larger matrices. There are further results in the paper covering over 50 mathematical problems, spanning many branches and mathematics. Anyway, so basically, uh, what Alpha Evolve does is really to, it starts with an initial, let's say, problem that is defined by the researcher and an initial solution, and then it will try to find optimization opportunities in that algorithm, etc. So why is this relevant to the cost latency trade-off? This is relevant because, as I said, like, so given an initial, let's say, problem that we are trying to solve, we will be using an LLM's ensemble. So it uses a combination. The agentic solution uses a combination of Gemini Flash and Gemini Pro models. So Gemini Flash, as we said, is faster than Gemini Pro. So what it does is it is used, if you want, to high throughput candidate generation at very low latency. So this is our brainstormer. This is like it is going to generate like multiple versions or multiple innovation ideas. So it is used for the breadth search. And then once we identify promising, let's say, innovation paths, Gemini Pro, which is our mastodont capable of solving like really complex problems, it is going to be responsible about high quality breakthrough suggestion from this breadth innovation ideas that has been identified by Gemini Flash. So if your agentic solution, I mean, for planning, for example, if you need an agent that does a plan and then executes a plan, then maybe your orchestration agent should be 2.5 Flash, so that you can come with the plan very quickly. But then, in order to have a reliable execution of that plan, Gemini 2.5 Pro could be the child or the sub agent in that regard, that is going to be having this complex reasoning and this reliable execution. Okay, so let's dive deeper into the Gemini 2.5 family. So, by the way, technology is evolving very fast. Gemini 2.5 Pro and Gemini 2.5 Flash are both GA as of today. So that's something that I wanted you to know. And there is Gemini 2.5 Flash-Lite, which is in preview that could be accessed through Google AI Studio. So Gemini 2.5 Pro, as we said, this is our latest flagship model. It has built-in thinking capability. It has also a thinking budget, and Ashish will be going through what it does mean. And there is a private experiment that has been announced at Google I/O, which is about deep think. So the model will be able to think deeper in order to have even more reliable and promising results. And DeepThink is being now evaluated for safety before being shared to the broader audience. Um, this model matters because it has outstanding performance, especially in multimodality and coding. Thinking budget is, let's say, a way for you to have control over how much and how long do you want your model to think, and this will give you the power to control the cost and the latency of getting the final answer. Gemini 2.5 Flash is our latest workhorse model with configurable thinking capabilities. It has lots of quality improvements on top of the previous Gemini model family and approved thinking latency. There is also, by the way, the live API. I will be demoing that so also, and this is a feature that allows a low latency real time voice and image interaction with Gemini. It is now in GA with stability and quality improvements. And then there is computer use. It is still private experimental. So that's a model that powers Project Mariner to interpret screen and reason on how to do tasks and output instructions to control a computer. So why computer use why am I particularly excited about computer use? This is going to unlock an unimaginable number of automation and agentic opportunities. There are lots of tools there are lots of tools out there that don't have exposed APIs. Lots of tools that are very hard to maintain or to evolve, or it is going to be very hard to expose APIs to an agentic solution that is going to be calling and automating those API calls in order whether to get to read data or to write to the system. So computer use is going to unlock a lot of systems that have UIs without need for the API. Okay. If we focus on Gemini 2.5 Pro, these are the numbers of at least the preview version. So it is leading in all of the benchmarks, whether it is reasoning and knowledge, science, mathematics, agentic coding, or code editing. So you can see here, this is a screenshot from Artificial Analysis, which is a very respected benchmark as well. You can see that 2.5 Pro is the de facto leader here. So we have state-of-the-art performance across a range of tasks. It has highly advanced coding capabilities. And one thing that we did not highlight a lot so far is the unmatched long context. Think about it, like having the possibility to have as input up to 1 million tokens, like up to, and by the way, 2 million tokens is coming soon, but imagine this unmatched long context. By the way, for English language, a word is, sorry, a token is 0.75 words. So imagine the number of information that you could put into the context of your agent that is powered by Gemini 2.5 Pro, and imagine the quality and the reliability of the behavior that you will get out of that. So Gemini 2.5 Pro, as we said, it is built in with reasoning capabilities. It has improved multimodal and understanding across different modalities, audio, video, and images. It has an increased speed, but also it have access to native tools such as Google search grounding. LM Arena is yet another um, benchmark. You can see that Gemini 2.5 is the leading model on all the categories in LM Arena. Now let's shed the light a little bit on the thinking budget. So here, the thinking budget, as we said, it allows the user to customize the model reasoning. So the default setting is dynamic reasoning. So the model itself will decide, depending on the complexity of the task, how long and how much should it think before delivering the final answer. By having control of the thinking budget, that means you can set a token limit on how much token should the model consume in order to think. For Gemini 2.5 Flash, that is going to be you can only play with the budget limit, but for Gemini 2.5 Flash, you can completely disable thinking or set a thinking budget or have it think automatically and dynamically. For Gemini 2.5 Pro, for now, the only possibility is whether to have the dynamical mode or to play with the thinking budget without being able for now, as of now, to disable it completely. So Live API. So there is, as I said, like Live API is GA, but there is a new version in preview. So the advantage of Live API is there are many advantages. So you have like multi-modality. So now models and agentic applications that will be powered by such a model will be able to hear, to see, and to speak. And this is low latency. So the interaction will be very realistic. So, and the model can provide fast responses. And this is exactly what you are going to see in the demo that I am going to show. The new endpoint, which is in preview, uses a different model other than the Live API GA. The new model has a higher voice quality with more natural voices. So it is going to have 30 HD voices, and it's going to also to be able to support like 24 languages. Also proactive video. So what do we mean by proactive video? We are talking about enabling the model to choose to not respond to audio that is not relevant to the ongoing conversation, or affective dialogue. So the model could adapt its response tone and style to the input expression of the user. You have in and out text transcription of the discussion. And finally, you have high quality and customizable VAD and endpointing, which offers improved voice activity detection and endpointing with user comfortable thresholds for better speech recognition. You can, by the way, update the instructions of the session by providing in-session system instruction updates to allow the user to set or modify the style or how the Live API or the assistant going to be helping the user. Okay, so let's see this demo that I've built. By the way, if you want to do the same, you need to go to AI Studio, and you will see this interaction that I had with the Google, the Live API, with especially the private, the preview endpoint with native audio dialogue. This is Google AI Studio, and this is a playground to be able to talk to Gemini Live. So I am going to use Gemini 2.0 Flash native audio dialogue and enable grounding to have real-time access to data. So let's start this session. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How about you? How can I help you today?
Yeah, so I live in Toulouse in France, and I'm going to go outside tomorrow. Please check for me if it is going to be raining or not.
In Toulouse, there's a low chance of rain tomorrow, around 20% during the day and 25% at night. The temperature will likely be between 68 degrees Fahrenheit and 82 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, what's that in Celsius?
Sure. 68 degrees Fahrenheit is about 20 degrees Celsius, and 82 degrees Fahrenheit is about 27.8 degrees Celsius.
By the way, just I'm stopping the demo to comment something, and this is like, believe me, this is real. When I was preparing the demo, I was not planning to take my umbrella with me. And then I said like, oh man, there is like 25% or 20% chance of raining. Let me take my umbrella with me. And eventually it ended up raining. So that's the first fun fact that I wanted to highlight. So thank you for setting up this session, because thanks to this session, I did not just have rain without preparation. And the second thing that I wanted to say is that like the user of an agentic assistant leveraging the live API will not see what is happening in the background. And here, as you can see, the agent or the live API, you can execute code. You can execute code. And here it executed code that converted temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So that's the second thing that I wanted to highlight. And now you will see a very funny surprise. Thank you. So this is Google AI Studio. Thank you, but could you please whisper because the kids are going to sleep?
Yes, of course. I can definitely whisper for you. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Yeah, maybe switching to French. Tu peux parler français?
Yes. Oui. Bien.
I wanted to highlight one thing here. So when I interrupted it, it stopped talking and it was listening to me. This is what you would expect in a real life conversation.
Bien sûr, je peux parler français. Comment puis-je vous aider en français aujourd'hui?
Je préfère que tu me tais-toi.
D'accord, je m'en souviendrai. Donc, comment puis-je t'aider aujourd'hui?
Pas de problème, ciao.
D'accord, pas de problème. Je te tutoyerai à présent. N'hésite pas si tu as d'autres questions.
Bye bye, thank you. All right, so let's have a 360 vision of what is available right now. And when I say right now, I'm talking about May 20. You know, this landscape is evolving very rapidly. For example, here, like Gemini 2.5 Flash-Lite is not presented here, but yeah. So we have like the Gemini 2.0 model family, and then the 2.5 Flash. So multimodal input like text, vision, audio is available everywhere. Context window for all these models is 1 million. 2 million is coming soon for the 2.5 Pro. Built-in thinking. So the 2.5 family has built-in thinking, and you will have the possibility for all of them to play with the thinking budget. For Pro, you cannot disable thinking yet, but for 2.5 Flash and 2.5 Flash-Lite, you can also just disable thinking if that is what you wish to do. Multi-model output. So this is going to come soon to Gemini 2.0 Flash, but this is already present into the Flash preview endpoint. By the way, if you did not play with this, I mean, you can upload like images to AI Studio and use the preview endpoint. And you can ask it like, please edit the color of the door, make it red. It will semantically understand what you are trying to edit, and it will just execute. Add me a hat or change my glasses. Like, it's really, really, really amazing. And then native tool execution, such as search, code execution, etc. So this is available for all the models except for 2.0 Flash-Lite. Let's say that you are still unsure of what you need to do and which model you need to choose. So we have an experimental feature, which is which is called model optimizer. So this is a managed meta endpoint where you can point your prompts and services so that it intelligently routes the queries based on your cost and quality preferences. So if you want to prioritize the cost, it is going to be leaning towards Gemini Flash. If you want to be having a balanced cost quality trade-off, then that is going to be in the middle. And if you prioritize quality, it's going to lean toward Gemini Pro. So this is a framework that allows you to have a simplified model selection, eliminating the need for manual choice for each application. It gives you, like, for free cost quality optimization, and it allows you then to balance the performance with the available budget, or the budget you would like to invest on this. And then you have seamless integrations with existing Gemini APIs and SDKs. Now that we have spoken about the Gemini model family, I wanted to shed the light on the Gen Media on Vertex AI. So we have a full collection of generative media models that provide the best quality with safety at their core. Our models are so cover all the modality. And let's talk about Gen Media on Vertex. So we cover image modality, video modality, and audio modality. For the image modality, our flagship model as of today is Imagen 4. This is our high quality image generation and editing. It comes in different shapes. We will discuss that into a later slide. Then we have exceptional video generation with Veo 3. There will be also video extension, advanced camera controls, etc. And then Chirp and Lyria 2, cover our audio modality. So Lyria is for high quality music, and Chirp is for voices and voice cloning. By the way, I had the opportunity to play with the Chirp voice cloning, and when I provided a sample of me speaking English, not only it cloned my voice, but it also cloned my way of speaking English. It was really, really mind blowing, because English, I'm not a native English speaker. I have an accent, which is hopefully not awful, and hopefully that you are able to understand me. But it was able to go to the extent of cloning my the way I speak English. So Veo 3. So this is our, it went viral since it has been announced, and it takes video generation to a new level because it delivers, it builds on top of Veo 2 innovation to deliver a higher quality in terms of visual quality, a stronger understanding of physics, and better prompt adherence. So it can generate videos with improved quality, whether you are generating from text or from image prompts, because you can provide a frame and ask Veo to animate it. Speech also could be generated as part of the videos, and audio as well, such as music and sound effects. And let me show you two examples. This is an example that highlights the speech part of it.
We need to find a solution that benefits both of us.
You see here, so the speech was perfectly synced with the lip. We have been able to hear as well footsteps when the person was going next to the other person. So let's see now another video. Like really, honestly, I'm really curious of what was the prompt of this last video. It's really creative, and I'm curious really about the prompt that made this appear. Sorry. So Imagine 4. So Imagine 4 is available in public preview, and this is our state-of-the-art image generation family of model. So we have like text-to-image generation. Now it has the possibility to provide outstanding text rendering. It is able to support multilingual prompts in order to support creators and empower creators globally. And then we have higher image qualities across different styles. And all of these are examples of images that has been generated by Imagine 4. And even this text, this is not post-editing. This is part of the image that was initially generated. You can see here we have like lots of details. So you can see the reflection of dinner being here with the effect of the rain. You can see some raindrops being reflecting the red color of the dinner here. So like it's really, really, really amazing. So we have multiple variants that allows you to optimize for quality, cost, and latency. The default version is Imagine 4, which is having already outstanding quality. If you want the best in class model quality, then you should go for Gemini Imagine 4 Ultra. And if you want to iterate fast and generate nice images and very good images at exceptional speed, that is going to be Imagine 4 Fast. Let's go now to the let's say the music modality or the audio modality. Lyria 2 is our text to music model. It is available in public GA. It generates instrumental and sound clips in seconds, and like this is completely effortless. You don't need to be a music specialist, so it creates for you 30-second instrumental music clips using the latest technologies and innovations in generative AI. It transforms your text into high quality, royalty free instrumental music with only a few clicks. So this is an example of prompts that you could use. West Coast hip hop in the style of the Bay Area, blah, blah, blah. So these are example of things that you can provide to Lyria 2 in order to get your royalty free instrumental music. You can customize to your use case. You can fine tune your audio and enhance the attributes that are important with like options for mood, genre, tempo, and more to match your project's style. And it is fully integrated into the Vertex AI Studio and API. There is a seamless workflow using our reliable Vertex AI infrastructure. And you can experiment with Lyria 2 through the UI of the Vertex AI Studio and integrate your service with the API when you are ready to go live. Chirp 3, so this is about speech. So this is our groundbreaking audio understanding and generation model. It has like 3 features: HD voices. Okay, so HD voices, instant voice cloning, and transcription with deodorization. I wanted to show you this agentic solution as I promised. So this is built using, you will be discussing ADK and building agents in the next week, but let me give you like a glimpse of what this is going to look like. Here you can see that I am asking an agent to create a scene, a whimsical scene about that explains in a child's story format to my kid why they should brush their teeth. And by the way, bear with me, like this was true. Like the idea of building this agent was motivated by me trying to explain to my kid why they should brush their teeth twice a day. And basically, the agent crafts the scenes, the voiceover, and it then generates the different, videos, audio, music, etc. And it uses MoviePy editor in order to combine everything into the final result. Let me show you this.
From hum
Let me show you the story actually of my kids.
In the land of Sweetieville lived tiny sugar bugs who loved to party. Their favorite thing to do was drill tiny holes and build their homes in sugary treats. But look out, here comes the toothbrush crusader with his minty fresh power. He fights the sugar bugs with all his might, keeping Sweetieville safe and bright. So brush your
Like being like aware of time, I wanted to highlight something. Veo, as of today, it generates 5 to 8 second, let's say, standalone videos, and this agent allows us to have like a very complete sequence of actions in order to generate longer videos with high character and context consistency. This was like 34 seconds. It could have been like hours if we wished to do so. This is an agent that where you have like Veo, Lyria, Chirp as tools, and the mastermind behind is Gemini 2.5. I think Flash. I think I built it with Flash for the sake of this.
From humble beginnings.
Let's move to the next slide. Um, Vertex AI evaluation service. So evaluation will be discussed later in detail, but I wanted to say a quick word about Vertex AI evaluation service. It allows you to evaluate models, whether they are Google's foundational models, open models, etc. You can evaluate agents as well, and in particular, agent frameworks. ADK, which is our open source agentic development kit that allows you to build agentic solutions, Agent Engine, as well as open frameworks, including LangChain, LangGraph, and CrewAI. And you will be also able to evaluate custom agents. In order to evaluate, you need to be clear on the criteria that you are going to use, and also the modes that you would like to access. Is this online mode or batch mode? Also, I think a lot of startups are innovating into the healthcare and life sciences domain. So I wanted to highlight very quickly 3 innovations, recent Google innovations in that domain. So TX Gemma, we talked about it very quickly. So it is a variation of Gemma about the therapeutic prediction, like a classification, regression, and generating like reacting sets. Agentic so it has also the capability to have agentic orchestration prompted to create tools for complex reasoning tasks, and then you can fine-tune it further to customize it for various downstream specific tasks. The media records API in Health Connect has now a standardized data format, which is widely accepted standard. It comes with enhanced data accessibility as well as integration of diverse health data. And then you have the AI co-scientist, which is also another DeepMind innovation. It is multi-agent in nature, and it helps scientists to accelerate hypothesis generation and refinement, and comes also with enhanced reasoning and evaluation. Now I will give the floor to Ashish to discuss the more advanced topics.
Thank you so much, Shoaib. Hello, everyone. I'm back again. So after a robust discussion of different types of models, robust and open source, software ecosystem like TFX, etc., multiple types of products, as Shoaib mentioned, being used by users. Almost, I think 5 or 6 of them are being used by billions of users, right? So you can imagine the type of integration in future that you can have, right? We are now going to discuss more about how you can take these models. And I would also like to mention a lot of great, awesome demos that Shoaib did. After that, we are going to discuss more about how we can take these models, maybe do some steering or fine tune them, or customize them or extend their knowledge to different type of connectors, right? Based on that, we can start solutioning these different types of agents or RAG solutions. So just to highlight a little bit on what we have achieved, right? If you would have asked me in 2020, I think GPT was released. If you would have asked GPT about a little bit of about calculations, it may have not answered correctly, right? So based on just LLM prompting, back then there was a little bit of scope of having knowledge about mathematics, calculation, etc. But after that, there came Meta's paper called RAG, Retrieval Augmentation Generation. I believe back then we used to call them FAIR, right? Facebook AI Research, which demonstrated more about how you can take advantage of different type of knowledge bases or extensions, so that you can actually extend the superpower of being of superpower of models to different types of knowledge bases. And then we started discussing more about agents, right? It can reason, it could be different types of agent system, single, multi-agent system. And finally, we are here where we are discussing about multi-agent systems. It seems like we saw an awesome demo where Shoaib was trying to create how to teach his kids about the benefits of brushing your teeth. Today we are going to discuss about retrieval augmentation generation, right? Because seems like the specific model choice is one critical part, right? But the other part is also how you can extend that superpower, right? So we did discuss about Gemini, TX Gemma, or Med Gemma, VO3, etc. But now we're going to discuss about how you can leverage just the vanilla model like Gemini and extend the capabilities to different types of knowledge bases. The goal here was again to have a two-step process. One could be machine learning reader. Here it says Palm, but this paper has been a long time ago, so I've taken this as a reference. But the goal is to provide a retriever, which could be BM25. It has been very famous for a long time, or different types of vector search that we do have at Google Cloud, and then also extend the knowledge via, let's say, an API. I was recently doing a demo on a multi-agent system like electric vehicle infrastructure research, which required details of and it was about more about research, doing research about EV infrastructure around, let's say, any city like Austin, right? It required information to be extended through Open Maps API, as well as NREL, which is like National Renewable Energy Labs, right? So you can extend the information via these different types of tools that you can add to the LLMs. Again, the goal is not just to provide different superpowers, but it also helps the LLM to extend its knowledge about the recent data. I think Gemini 2.5 Pro is knowledge cutoff is around January 2025, if I'm not wrong. So if there is any information that you require from the model, you might have to have any kind of an API that extract the information and presents to the model. You can actually mitigate hallucinations. You can provide traceability where the LLM came from, the citation, right? Different type of efficiency you can add. And as I was already mentioning, an LLM itself is being created by different foundation model companies, right? So, and on its own, you will have to add some more specific data, to differentiate your solution. If you're trying to build a rack system on top of GCP, there is a very step-by-step process being catered by RAG engine, right? From the collection of the data, you may leverage layout parser, right? It's more kind of having an agency of understanding how to chunk it, right? Based on or how to parse it, right? And based on that, you can create text embeddings. We do have different types of models, embedding models. Recently I was trying to do some form of embed, like create a solution on multimodal, right? So we do have, if I'm not wrong, we do have support for multimodal embedding models as well. Once you have created those embeddings, you can store it into vector search. There is a ranking API. Let's say you get information. These models are probabilistic in nature, and the retrieval could be like top 5 or top 10. Based on that, you can also have a ranking mechanism, which could be leveraged to rank those different citations, or if I may, chunks, right? Based on that, you can actually provide the relevant information. And there is also another, more important, I would say, addition called grounding, which enables you to also recheck or you can say verify if the response was correct or not. So you can actually leverage different types of tools to build these systems. But if you would, kind of see some more documentation on RAG on GCP, you will find more details on that. All right, so there is one part where we are extending the information. The other part is just customizing the model, right? That's where you can actually leverage different types of tuning. One is prompt design. It's just like steering these models based on specific prompt. There are some ways of adding more, I would say, personalized, kind of, adding more details to get more personalized output. For example, if you were adding some few shots like input output, in fact, there is a recent, not recent, but a paper by Dr. Andrew Wang where he mentioned about many short, in context multimodal learning, where he has mentioned about how having, as Shoaib already mentioned, that we have 1 million context length, probably 2 million soon, right? You can have those input output formats and get better results for your use case. Then there comes supervised tuning, which is more like having a LoRa adapter, which is going to sit on Vertex AI tenant. I repeat, when we are trying to help you with fine tuning of the model, the base model is what we manage. But when you are using fine tuning in supervised approach, that adapter layer or the two matrices that has been added will sit in your tenant. We are not using any of your data to fine tune or to train our model. We're not using or caching any form of your data except a couple of things, which we have already mentioned for abuse monitoring, which has been removed if you want to have a zero data retention. Then there is Gemini distillation. Sometimes you might have to, Shoaib was mentioning, latency is another factor, right? So you can actually distill the knowledge of a larger model into a smaller one, and that is the process of Gemini distillation, specifically for Gemini models. And then there is also full fine tuning. If you want to, have like a continual fine tuning of the model, that you can do as well. In general, what we have noticed, if you are fine tuning a lot, or if you're post training a lot, sometimes these models have started regressing the knowledge that they already had. So it's a trade-off where you have to find how much to tune, right? When you talk about open models, that's why they are called open, because they share weights, they do share a little bit of information, but they don't share about the data distribution. And what we have noticed recently, or Andres Karpathy has mentioned in his talks, that if you don't have the data distribution on what it has been pre-trained on, you might, while fine tuning, get a little bit of, regression, and when it comes to the knowledge it has already while pre-training. Having said that, I've just added more slides of how you can leverage these different type of customizations to the model, but more or less, it's more like prompt assist. There is a way to also get guided with some form of prompting, right? Then we do have eval service. I think Shoaib has already mentioned about it, but we are going to discuss more on how you can have, in the generative AI era, how we have moved from point based, or not moved, I would say. Sometimes you may have to also have some more context when it comes to evaluating these models. I think prompt optimizer, Shoaib has already discussed about. This is where I wanted to add more details on supervised fine tuning. What we have noticed while working in startup ecosystem, that a lot of the tasks that may have not been performed by 2.0, I think 2.0 Flash is already G8 for fine tuning. Shoaib mentioned that today we published we've G8, 2.5 Pro, and 2.5 Flash. We need to see if we are providing fine tuning there. But what we have noticed is the performance of the model, the format that you want, right? It improves a lot, as well as you can reduce the number of tokens in your prompt, which can enable you to save costs. So depending on the use case, after model selection, if you're not able to get, and if it depends, if you have a domain specific agentic workflow, you might in HCLS you can use DX Gemma, right? But if you want to also fine tune while building these types of agentic solutions, you can also fine tune these models. Now, I think we did discuss about fine tuning, but how to understand, how to evaluate if they are the fine tuning has worked or not, right? So there are automatic metrics, right, where you can actually leverage like route score for summarization, translation. As you know, like most of the language research started with translation as a use case. So Blue Score could be used there, which is more on point based, point wise, character to character, word to word, or a little bit of summarization kind of an approach of evaluating these. But there is another approach called auto side by side, where you can actually leverage another judge model, right, which can help you to understand, add more context, right? That's the beauty about generative AI. Now you can actually ask what is moon, but you can also ask like, can you teach, as Shoaib was telling about creating videos about how to teach his kids to brush their teeth. You can also ask like, can you explain about moon to a 5-year-old kid? So that context actually changed that point wise metric to auto side by side, and that is also available on our platform. One quick thing I wanted to add about advantages of thinking mode. The reference is from the documentation, but let's say if you're doing some basic prompting, right, you will, if you're able to understand what's going on when the model is processing the information, that actually gives you a lot of power to fine tune your prompt, right? So just basic prompting on the left, you can see if I'm just asking describe the most unusual or striking architectural feature you're ever seen in a building or structure. It seems like it tries to understand more on how it looks like floating roof, right? And it talks about Azerbaijan, etc., right? Knowing this, if you want to add more robustness, or you can say more sophistication to your model with prompting, you can do that. So that's one more advantage that you can leverage. And we are coming up with more, and if you go through this specific documentation of thinking mode on Gemini, you can gather more information on that. Having discussed about RAG, having discussed about model tuning, now I'm just almost finishing with the customization part. We do have function calling. Apparently, there has been a lot of importance, as I already mentioned, after just prompting the model on the 2020 era of GPT-3, right? Now it can now extend more information through different types of tooling, etc. That's where function calling is very important. It helps you to connect LLMs to the real world, right? Like function and tool calling bridges the gap between the generative capabilities of Gemini models and external systems, right? It also helps you to give you a structured output for reliable execution. Sometimes you need the output to be fed into another one, especially in the agentic era, right? And then enables different types of single, complex, or multi-turn conversations, right? And then simplifies development and reduces a lot of boilerplate plate code. I know like a lot of developers are on the call, so there are a lot of amazing benefits of function calling, and that is also available on GCP. I'll just I'm not able to go to the next slide. Just what oh yeah, and this is the final slide. We do have evaluations that can be done on function calling as well, that you can actually find in our documentation. But there are 4 important metrics that it comes up with. One is tool call valid. It will come back with 1 or 0 if it was valid, like the exact tool call was valid or not. The second is the name, like these tools need to be addressed correctly. Then third is different type of matching both, right? And then finally, like if the key value has matched or not. So there are different Based on the different types of solution you're building, you can leverage these different 4 parameters to evaluate function calls, etc. As well. So overall, we discussed model selection, as Shoaib highlighted different types of models. Then we have discussed about customization, etc. And now I'm going to pass mic back to Shoaib to walk us through the final few slides and a small demo. Shoaib.
Ashish. So I will share about one aspect that we mentioned into our decision tree, but we did not have the opportunity to dive deeper in it yet. So let's discuss the future of generative AI on device using a cool innovation that has been open sourced by Google. So Google Edge AI Gallery. By the way, the project is accessible on GitHub, and this is the URL that you could use and follow. Sorry. Yeah. So what is the Google AI Edge Gallery? So this is an Android application. It will be available soon to iOS as well. That will allow you to experiment with on-device foundational models that you could use locally. It has many features, including the Ask Image, Prompt Lab, and AI chat feature. So the advantage here is that you will be having access to like these models on device with offline experience. You don't need to be connected to the internet. You don't send your data outside of your device, and the large language models will be able to process and discuss with you about your data there. Ask Image is a feature where you can provide an image and ask an LLM to help you with that. If you want, you can see in this example, we are sharing a mathematical problem with AI Edge Gallery, and Gemma 3N model is working on solving that one. Then another example on the right is about sending a bill or an invoice to the model in the AI Edge Gallery application, and then you ask specific question about the total of ramen and sashimi, and then it extracts those prices and does the sum for you. What is interesting here, by the way, is that you have real-time statistics about the performance of these models. Since this is running locally, the performance in general is extremely good. So you have the time in milliseconds to the first token, the speed, the decode speed, as well as the latency. So if you love exploring prompting and engineering prompts, then you have Prompt Lab, which allows you to experiment with different prompts and different models in order to choose the right way to ask questions to your model and experiment with different prompts. And then you have AI chat, which is a chat interface that allows you to have back and forth discussion with your model on device. Again, the data does not go outside of your device. And you have the possibility to have very fast access to the information that is living in the model, let's say knowledge. And then you always have the nice statistics about time to first token, latency, etc., etc. The models that are available there are models coming from Hugging Face or our models, open weight models that are belonging to the Gemma family. All right, so let's now go to the third part, which is the Vertex AI demo. This is going to be a cloud skill boost lab that we are going to go through. And you can scan the QR code to have the URL of the lab. And I will go to the link and you can see it here. So this lab is about exploring and evaluating models using Model Garden. I'm trying to be wary of the time, so maybe I will start the lab and we will see if we are able to finish it or not. But at least the idea here, the objective of this lab really is to explore Model Garden on Vertex AI to find appropriate model for the use case, and then explore the different types of Vertex AI models in Model Garden. And yeah, so that's really it. So let's open this lab. So I need to open the console here. Since I am based in France, the content comes in French, but I think the console now is shown in English. So the first thing is to click on Start Lab. You go to the console and then you have your username, your password, and your project ID. And I will start by enabling the APIs. So I need to go to Vertex AI dashboard and enable all recommended APIs. So I will go to the search here, go to Vertex AI and agree. And I think I should go to the dashboard here and then write enable all recommended APIs. So this will allow us to get all the nice features of Vertex AI, including model guarding. So that was the first step. The second step now is to explore a model garden and see the list of available Vertex AI and open source foundation tunable and task specific models. So you can see that we have tools here, and one of the tools is Model Garden. And there are model categories available in different categories: foundation models, fine-tunable models, and task specific solutions. Let me just, okay. So you have like different tasks here for which you can find models in Model Garden. And then you have the foundational models that are available by Google, and partner models as well, open models in Hugging Face, fine-tunable models, and then task-specific solution. If your solution is translation, then this is an LLM optimized for translation. If this is about this code generation, then partner model from Mistral, Codestral is there. So this is like a platform where you have like 200 plus models by Google, open weight models, proprietary models, as well as partner models. So if I click, for example, on say Gemini 2.5 Pro, let me just find it here. So you have a model card that is there, and this model card gives you like the latest information about the model, information such as overview, model details, the supported features, as well as other models belonging to that family, then maybe links to the documentation and code to get started. And then you can either to interact with this model, you can either open it in Vertex AI Studio and interact with it like I am doing here, or you can view the code and just follow this code. So this is for a first-party model. But if I go, for example, for let's see one of the available Hugging Face models. This is an image to image text to text. This is an OCR model. So here I can deploy it from Hugging Face in Vertex AI. I can deploy it using the graphical user interface here, or I can open the notebook in order to deploy. And there are 3 available notebooks here. I'm not sure if you see the pop-up, but there is a model garden local inference notebook to play with the model locally. And then there is the deployment notebook that will be deploying this to a Vertex AI endpoint. And finally, the Olama deployment. So each model will have its own model card that will allow you to quickly get started with the latter. Yeah. All right. So after exploring the models, we can go to exploring model types. I'm gonna go back here to the page of the lab. By the way, the lab lasts 30 minutes, so feel free to really dive deeper into the different model categories and the different model cards and play with the different models. And then you can see that we have the third task, which is about exploring the model types. So we can use a variety of workflows. So some models could be used directly in the API. Some models are tunable into the AI Studio, and then some models, as we have seen, are come with quick start notebooks that could be run into Vertex AI workbench, whether to test the model locally, to deploy it, or to train it, etc. Let's see models in a Jupyter notebook. So we are going to the tools. We are going to click on Model Garden, and then we will look for this model here. So let me go back here to this tab. Let's search the model. Was it the 2 or yeah, it's this one. So as you can see, this is a zero-shot text conditioned object detection model that can query an image with one or multiple text queries. So you can see that this model card comes with a page that has an open notebook link that is going to open the Jupyter Lab notebook. Let's click on open notebook and see what happens. So this goes to Colab Enterprise, and then I can choose my region and create a notebook, and then I can run through it. I mean, we don't need to do it because this collab demonstrates how to deploy the pre-trained model. But I mean, if you want to get started very quickly on a model that is of interest to you, you can definitely see the quick start notebook and go through it. Okay, so this is the notebook. As you can see, we need to edit, the region. I mean, I'm not gonna execute it, but this deploys it. Yeah, some cells are hidden just to okay. So you can see, you can deploy it and then you use it to predict stuff. Okay, I'm going to close the collab and okay, I'm gonna just go before that to BERT in order to show you that we can fine-tune BERT as well. So let me go back to let me go back to here. Let me go back to Model Garden and search for BERT. I think this is the one. And then I can click on fine-tune, and this will open the BERT fine-tuning Vertex AI pipeline. Again, each model card comes with features that are useful. So as you can see, this is the fine-tuning Vertex AI pipeline for BERT. So you can click on the different components to see what is this. So this is the overall pipeline summary, and then this is the particular node details that you can click on, etc. and those are artifacts that are generated by the pipeline. So this is the model, this is the GCS output directory, BigQuery table to keep track of metrics, etc., etc. Maybe this is the batch prediction job, and then the evaluation of the tuned model given some evaluation metrics. That's all for this lab, but feel free to dive deeper into it later. I'm going to end this lab, and I really thank you for your interest into this session, and I hope that it was useful to you, and looking forward to your questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was fabulous. Lots of great comments for both of you in the chat and the Q&A. I know we're actually a little bit over time, but I did want to just address one of the questions. So Ashish, if you're able to help, we have a question from the audience about Imagen 4. And the question is, can we add reference images or styles to create a consistent style output?
Yep, I think that is a famous experiment that you can do with Imagen 4. You can add reference images for, let's say, characters, right? You need sometimes some letters there, right? Or objects, right? Or you sometimes, like when I moved to deep learning, there was a thing called neural style transfer, right? You can have, let's say, Starry Night painting and ask it to have like a style transfer to your own image. So yes, it can be done.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I will let you finally grab some water. Really appreciate your time today. Everyone is really loving the content and all the demos you guys showed. So thank you for joining us, both of you. Before I let everyone else go, I just wanted to draw your attention to a couple of things and reminders that we think could be helpful for you as you're going through the program. So first and foremost is the Google for Startups Cloud program. So as you're starting this exciting learning journey with all of our experts, we are confident that you'll want to try the products and solutions that you see referenced, many of which were covered today. So if you are a startup, you can apply for up to $350,000 in cloud credits via the startup program. And this allows you to start building Gen AI solutions for your business right away. So we have all different tiers, starting with even a $300 free trial, a $2,000 start tier, and then additional credits to support growth and scaling. So again, various offers for, every different stage of startup, even tailored programs for AI first startups and Web3 companies. So scan that QR code, visit the link on the screen. We've also pinned this in the Q&A section below the video, but go ahead and see what you can get. All right, next up, we wanted to share the AI Agent Handbook. We covered a lot of ground today, covered a lot of technical and strategic ideas and ground as well. And so one of the biggest challenges after a class like this and through this program is bringing this excitement and knowledge back to your teams and driving alignment and buy-in. So we're so excited to share the AI Agent Handbook, which provides 10 practical hacks to use AI agents for business. So it really breaks it down into a digestible guide that you can forward to team leads or your colleagues to spark their imagination and excitement along with you. These 10 specific actionable use cases are really helpful and makes the potential of AI agents tangible for everyone, regardless of their role, whether they're technical or more business focused. So scan the QR code or use the link. You can download the handbook today. We think it will be a great asset for you. Okay, almost done. So if you're not already aware, we have a dedicated community on Discord. This is for you and your teams to continue the conversation with fellow attendees, peers, and AI enthusiasts. So join the conversation. We'd be excited to see you there. We have some Google experts on site, or not on site, on the channel as well. Okay, all that's left for me to do is remind you of our last session this week, which is on Thursday the 19th, same time. This will be unlike Unlock Agent Potential, Tooling, and the ADK, or Agent Development Kit. Again, this will be at the same time as today's class on Thursday. If you haven't added it to your calendar, now's the time to do it so you ensure you don't miss it. So go to the landing page, scroll down to the agenda section, and hit add to calendar. The session will be packed full of strategic and practical tips from AI experts who will be Christos and Laxmi on Thursday. So don't miss out. Hope you all have a good week until then, and we'll see you in class on Thursday. Thanks.